Is that you, apprentice? Excellent. You've arrived safely on Balmora, I see. Now, I hope you're ready to work. I've got a good idea of where the ancient artifact is on Balmora, but it's not pleasant.
What exactly does this entail?
Yes, well, let's just say circumstances have changed since Tulak Horde hid his artifact. Tulak Horde hid his artifact in a vault on Balmora, one that was later converted by the Balmorans into a toxic waste storage facility. But the vault was hit badly in the last war. It's now a crater, filled with toxic waste. Your artifact is at the bottom.
You must have some sort of plan for how to get it, right?
Regrettably, I haven't had time to put together a plan. You'll have to figure this one out yourself. But try making contact with the Imperial Resources Officer here on Balmora, Major Bessica. Bessica knows the planet, and he may even have a few good ideas.
You want me to work with an Imperial?
Those who succeed without the Force make up for what they lack with a certain resourcefulness. Don't write Bessica off. The Empire has its hands full coping with a violent Balmoran uprising. Officially, they're a grassroots militia. Secretly, they have the Republic's full backing. I've informed Major Bessica of the Republic's involvement, so he'll be better equipped to assist you. No doubt the Republic's hounds will get in your way.
Republic or Resistance, it makes no difference to me.
The Republic may claim to be virtuous, but they have a well-oiled military machine. These are not farmers waving sticks. But the war is secondary to the artifact. Retrieve the artifact and try to be discreet. We don't want the entire Sith Order chasing our prize.
There's something of great value in one of the hazard vaults. The one that was blown open. I heard you could help.
Ah, who's this? Sith. We don't often get Sith on Balmora. It's a real pleasure. I have a son on Korriban, you know. It's a tough war you're walking into. We're fixing blasters with adhesive tape. But we'll help you any way we can. Now, let's see. A blown open vault. Captain, do we still have those pumps?
Sir, if this is the vault I think it is, it won't be that easy. The fumes alone have put men in the medical center.
Do we have anything else we can work with?
We need some way to make this pit less deadly. Tell me, Captain, is there nothing that can survive the toxic waste?
Well, nothing grows there, sir. But there are the colicoids.
Colicoids? What do those bugs want with toxic waste?
Food, sir. Our surveillance satellites have recorded them feeding on the toxic waste. We suspect they've been designed to eat it.
So how do I become a colicoid?
Sir.
No, Captain, he's right. To get to the bottom of that pit, he'll need to become like the colicoids. There must be a way for you to take on the colicoids' resistance, so you can enter the vault. Captain, where were these creatures created?
Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a research lab not far from here that was overrun with colicoids as soon as the Balmorans abandoned it. But the colicoids are vicious creatures. Just one of them tore apart a whole squad.
I think I can handle a few bugs.
If you can get into that lab and find out the colicoid's secret, we'll do what we can to get you into that toxic pit.
Sir, even if we find out what causes this resistance, we don't have the...
We'll worry about that later. Right now, our Sith friend has to get into that lab and find out what the Balmorans did to those creatures.
Major, if we don't get those supply vehicles,
My men are working on it, sir, but until that shipment of plasteel I requested 3 months ago comes in...
I don't care! Tear it off the walls if you have to!
What was that all about?
Don't worry about the Colonel. He's loud and impatient, but we all are these days, what with the supply shortage. Now, did you manage to find anything out of the lab? Captain Ilun and I have been doing our own research, but we haven't discovered much.
A lot of data there. Not sure how useful.
Have a look at this, Captain. I can't make head or tail of it.
This confirms our suspicions. The collocoids were being mutated to clean up the waste, and it looks like the chemical mutagen they were using could theoretically work.
Well, that's it. That's our solution, right? We just replicate this chemical mutagen.
Sir, there's a problem. Our chief scientist defected to the Republic a few months back. We can't begin to replicate, let alone test the serum without him.
I guess we need to undefect him.
Undefect indeed. You certainly have a way with words, Sith.
The scientist's name is Yanis Tirek, and he's still on Balmorra, in a Republic research base out near the Toxic Lakes.
All right, Sith. It looks like you have your next objective. You find this scientist, you subdue him, my men will bring him back, and we'll get you your chance to swim in toxic waste.
Consider it done.
Oh, and Sith, hurry back. I just got word that my son passed his trials on Korriban, and is on his way to Balmorra. I don't want you to miss him.
Well, well. I should have known Beskar wouldn't let me go without a fight. But sending a Sith seems a bit like overkill. Are you here to kill me, or are you going to torture me first?
Come peacefully and no one gets hurt.
I risked my life to defect to the Republic. You think you can scare me into returning? There are fates worse than death, and being an Imperial scientist is one of them.
Don't you think you're being a little dramatic?
I won't go back to that place. You don't know what it's like. We're not expected to be men. We're machines, slaving day in and day out. No intellectual freedom, no creativity. I'm tired of building killing machines. I want to do some good for humanity. I can't go back there.
That's not up for debate. You will go back.
You'll have to kill me. I'll never return to the Empire willingly.
Do this one thing for me, and I promise to get you back to the Republic.
You're serious, aren't you? What kind of a Sith are you, anyway? Okay, I'll go. But I'm holding you to your promise. I can't be away from my research here for long. We're working on a new field medical technology. Nothing special, not even classified. Here, you should try one of these.
Sith, Major Beskar sent us in after you to collect the scientist.
Take him, but don't hurt him.
Of course. We'll see you back at Sobrik.
Sith, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sure you're very busy. Congratulations, by the way. I heard that you found our scientist. We'll whip up that serum and get you into that toxic waste pit in no time. But there's a problem, and I need your help.
I'd be happy to help any way I can.
It's my son. He arrived shortly after you left for the research facility, but then he went after some holocron, he called it. A few minutes ago, I got what I think was a distress call from him. He's in trouble.
Do you know where he is?
We narrowed the origin of the distress call to an abandoned building near the Republic crater outpost. I'm guessing the Republic's captured him, which means a lot of fighting to free him. Good luck.
You... The old man sent you for me, didn't he? He must have gotten my distress signal. I guess the old fool's still good for something. You're the Sith he's told me so much about, aren't you?
What were you doing here?
I wasn't visiting the old man, that's for sure. My master sent me here for a holocron the Republic dug up someplace or other. I've got the holocron, now all I have to do is get out of this place.
Best get out of here while the way is clear.
Looks like you and my old man are one of a kind. Both weak. I'll be sure to tell him what you did for me. Maybe he'll reward you.
It was a pleasure meeting you as well.
You just don't get it, do you?
Hey! If it isn't the hero of the hour! I just heard from my son. I knew you wouldn't fail me. I was hoping he'd come back to base so we could catch up, but he said he was busy. Do you think he's okay?
He will do what he wants, and he can handle himself.
Ah, I see. Important Sith business, eh? Well, the Sith are the heart of the Empire. But you're not interested in any of this family stuff, I bet. You're here for your serum.
You've been a great help. The least I can do is listen.
No, you've been enough help already, my lord. Dr. Turek will fix you up with the serum and explain what we know about it.
So let me get this straight. You kidnapped me away from the Republic so that you could go skinny dipping in a toxic waste pit?
A Sith's got to find some way to unwind.
You're aware that this serum has never been tested on humans, right? I mean, it should work, but it was designed for colicoids.
What are you getting at?
This serum could kill you before you even begin. And it might not be the most comfortable of deaths.
That's a chance I have to take.
All right. Well, I warned you. I can't expect to change a Sith's mind. This vial contains enough of the serum for about 5 doses, but I'd use it sparingly. You'll have to fight through the main Republic base to get to the vault, but that's the least of your worries. The colicoids around the vault are the real concern.
As promised, you may have your freedom, Doctor. Thank you.
What? You're not serious? I mean, you're Sith. You can't be serious. You'll let me go back to the Republic?
I'm being very serious here.
Look, you'll know I'll never make it out alive. So if you're serious, you'll authorize a shuttle for me out of here.
Where do I sign?
Just let me get the transport officer on the holo here. There we go.
Dr. Tyrek, Sith, Captain Rollo at your service. What can I do for you?
I'm authorizing a shuttle for the good doctor.
Yes, right away.
Thank you, my lord. You're a strange sort of Sith, but I appreciate it. You know, if you ever want to come over to the other side...
I'll think about it.
Well, thank you anyway.
Sith! Leaving us for good, eh? Got what you came for, I take it?
I appreciate the help.
The Sith are the heart of the Empire, I always say. Anyway, we wanted to see you off, give you a pat on the back and a little parting gift.
I am most grateful.
Safe travels, Sith. It was a pleasure working for you. And thanks again for saving my son.
I've found the artifact.
Excellent. I trust Major Bessica was a good help. I've traced another artifact to Nar Shaddaa, but I'm still trying to locate the other two. I'll see what I can learn while you're on Nar Shaddaa. Now hurry. There can be no gain without haste. Ah, apprentice. You've reached Nar Shaddaa safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
You believe I can use these people's hopelessness against them?
Their need for answers should serve you well. The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Palladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shaddaa's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
He sounds like a very cunning man. I admire that.
Cunning, devious, persuasive, yes. and atrociously stubborn. Palladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
How did you convince these fools to help?
I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Palladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Palladius and his cult. The artifact is all that matters.
Oh, Destress, dear brutish Destress. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
You can cut the act, Palladius. You never cared about any of your children.
We don't need a tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard. Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
What have we here? The cavalry, looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Tagasar Charis in Barks Prize Warperen Swase Ikbus Karadida.
Easy, Destress. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
You would be wise to follow her lead.
Course, my lord. Sorry. There was a lady Sith a while back, Darth Zash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
Palladius has something I need. And if helping you will get it for me, then yes.
Good, because it makes me sick to think Palladius is out there while I'm cooped up in this rat hole.
Palladius built his empire on the backs of the poor. Said he'd save them from their miserable lives.
Said we'd make a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies, but you win the support of the poor, you knock Palladius's legs out from under him.
The masses will worship me by dawn.
Get him the way Palladius did. Find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Kraits, named after the Krait dragon on Tatooine. Their leader, Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take out Sabin, and the masses will see you as a regular hero.
He'll need to be a dragon if he hopes to stand against me.
With all respect, taking out the Kraits wins you followers only until the next gang rises up. But there may be another way. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shaddah's poor. But it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
Prophet? Now that's more to my taste.
I'm glad you approve, my lord. The cure to the Rot is owned by Titus Neutronics. You'll have to steal it from their warehouse, then distribute it.
In this case, I'd rather be loved than feared.
Good, but be careful. The warehouse is heavily guarded, but if you can steal the cure and distribute it in the Corellian sector, you'll own the lower classes. My lord, I wanted to apologize for Destress earlier. He was out of line.
At least one of you knows her place.
I have a great deal of respect for you. I just wanted you to know that. You radiate a power that Palladius, for all his ranting and demanding, never did.
I don't need to rant. My will is done the moment I think it.
That's what I mean. You are strong, or Palladius only pretends to be. Anyway, if we want to make a stab at taking over Palladius's cult, we need a real headquarters. Somewhere you can speak, hold meetings. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of finding a place.
You've done well. Now tell me about this place.
The place is called the Strel House, for a charity worker named Dakin Strel. The people look to him as a leader. He's been dead nearly a decade, but his name still means something. And I thought it couldn't hurt to have his name associated with yours.
A well-known location can't hurt either.
I'd considered that as well. It's both well-known and accessible.
If you mean the future leader of Lord Palladius's cult, then yes. I'll send your body back to your master in pieces.
Yobana pihota mindia.
That was Garnock. You defeated Palladius' right-hand man. You should hear it. They're calling you the Great Healer after your little trick curing the rot. Look what I found outside.
My lord, for helping to cure our families and neighbors of the rot, we humbly present you with this gift.
Keep your gift, and use it to better your lives.
Thank you, my lord. You are most generous. Thank you.
Isn't this great? Cure one lousy disease and you already got Palladius scared and people lining up with presents.
No time for celebrating, Destris. Palladius isn't resting. He's called a big meeting at Meridian Hall. If we don't act, he'll rally his cult and stop our whole operation dead.
If Palladius dares to show his face, I'll make quick work of him.
He won't. Palladius only ever broadcasts to his cult by hollow.
This is our chance. You just go in, make a big show, and boom.
It's gonna take more than a show, Destris. We need to show that you have more power in your little finger than Palladius has in his... Wait, I've got it! It's a crazy idea, but what if you showed that you could move the city itself? Make a groundquake?
I walk into Palladius' speech and make the very ground shake. I like it.
What have you been putting in your soup, Riley? Nobody can just make this moon shake.
Stick with me here. You know the gas pipes that run under Meridian Hall? Well, what if we blow up those pipes?
Whoa. You got brains, girl. I know just the guy to set it up. Gord Maydell in the Nar Shaddaa Works Administration. Takes bribes on the side. He'll rig you something up, no problem.
Where do I find this scumbag?
Gord works at the NSWA office in the Duros sector. Not far from Meridian Hall, where Palladius is holding his big broadcast. You just tell him old Destris sent you.
Yukaki mem panino, am kabina pek memno kimgam. Kampujaki nanu, ki nama am kabina wam karak.
Kikuna mo, uban chone alipa, istin koto.
Baraka kemyu am kam nemnu, namgan bak umnok kijak. Laporam amka, mamni nikag. Nagnaya mamni kamgam.
I need to create a groundquake.
Umnuk inumemnu, amka kammem perolak palak. Memua pemguana, kumia yang mem gamba paka. Bulmogala apayang. Nelama ini amka amgap.
Your defiance is foolish and misplaced.
Baraka kemyu amkam nemnu, namgan bak umnok kijak. Kam perem ganam, bagiyang, manik hikupukam. Mem yuka hal krama, niknoga nelalu mem nulak.
I'm sure they'll understand.
Yukaki mem paninu, am kabina bek memnu kimgam. Umnuk inu memnu, amka kam mem perolak palak. Yan perlu amka. Kalami Nayakira, Nabua Ripok.
You'd better follow through on this.
Umnuk inu memnu, amka kam mem, perolak palak, kam perem ganam, bagiyang, manik hikupukam.
There is only one law for the weak as well as the strong, and that is power. For too long, the weak of Nar Shaddaa have grown soft in the luxury of their towers, while the strong have wallowed in chains. But I tell you, united, there is no law that can stop you. Take back what is yours!
Yeah! But I like the weak.
There are those who would tell you lies, who spread rumors and false promises. Already some among you are lost, having chosen the path of weakness. But you must shun this false messenger. The weak fear your growing strength, and have sent him to break it.
What makes you worthy of leading such a strong people, Palladius?
Ah, the deceiver shows his face. Behold, my children. Look how pathetic, how easily crushed by your collective might.
The very ground you stand on responds to my will. Can Palladius do this?
What kind of power is this? The world is ending!
Don't be fooled! It's a trick! Attack the deceiver! Attack!
My lord, what happened? How did you...
We never met anybody who could do what you did. Not Lord Palladius, not anybody.
If you wish to serve me, go to the Strel House. My servants will see that you are brought into the fold.
The Strel House? A good place. That Dagon Strel was a good man.
But before you send us away, share your wisdom and strength with us, so we can serve you.
Forgive those who hurt you. Love and respect all, and you will bring honor to yourselves as well as to me.
You're nothing like Palladius or anything I ever heard of.
You're crazy. What will forgiveness get us? 10 more years in the gutter, that's what.
It's not as if we got any higher up under Palladius. The gutter's the gutter.
Besides, this one does what he says. He cured the rot.
You're right. My lord, we will do as you say. We will forgive and tell others to do the same.
Sith, will you look at this place? Dagon Strel himself couldn't generate this kind of crowd, and neither can Palladius anymore from the looks of it.
I really am the best.
I'm guessing the groundquake was a big help.
My lord, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They said they'd kill me. They said they'd kill me if I didn't.
What's happening here?
Palladius's men. They said they'd kill me if I didn't bring you this.
It looks like a holo device. Let me see here.
Ah, Sith. Good evening. How good to talk to you again. I'm sorry to use such an unconventional method to contact you, but I had to be sure you got the message. You understand?
If you're trying to intimidate me, you failed.
Yes, but I think your followers understood perfectly. The truth is, when you first attacked my cult, I was angry, frustrated. And then I realized, you're Zash's apprentice. All this trouble is just about some silly artifact. Let's let bygones be bygones, hmm? We can meet at my place, in network access. We'll chat. I'll give you the artifact, and all will be mended.
It would be my pleasure to take the artifact off your hands.
I don't like it, and there's no way I'm walking into this guy's house.
I promise. No tricks, or may I die creditless on Tatooine scrubbing a Jedi's back. Take time to consider my offer, but not too long, or my good mood may sour. And bring your friends.
Lying son of a hut. You're not seriously considering it, are you?
Jandam jai hayat I proud ja afleta forte ja fragich wahis.
I'm going, Destris, and you're coming with me.
You can get yourself killed if you want, but I didn't keep out of Palladius's reach this long just to walk into his grip.
No, don't you see? Sure, it's probably a trap, yes, but this is our chance to strike at him.
Fine, but I'm going in with both eyes open.
Sith! Destron, Rachel, I'm so glad you've come. You have made a wonderful decision. Can I offer you anything? A drink? And don't mind Varnock and Sharnock. They never leave my side.
You know exactly what you can offer me.
So confident. So amazingly confident. But I dare say you've gravely underestimated me. That painful twisting you feel in your gut is your essence draining rather rapidly. And that hollow, sinking feeling, your connection to the Force being severed. Soon, you will be no more powerful than little Denton here, or Ramona.
You are one dead man.
Greater Sith than you have fallen before me. Did you think you were the first to try and steal my cult? I could choke the life out of you right now, but since you seem so very eager, let's settle this with lightsabers.
What? What? How is this possible? You're stronger than any I've faced. Oh, forgive me, my lord. Take the artifact. Just let me live and carry on the cult in your name.
I hate to break it to you, Palladius, but Darth Sash promised the cult to us. You're done.
You're very trusting, Destris. But surely my lord sees the advantage of leaving the cult in my hands. Think of what I could accomplish on your behalf.
My lord, please. Can Palladius really be trusted?
Killing you will be such fun.
Well, that was every bit as satisfying as I expected. We're in your debt, Riley and me. Only, the thing is, everyone in the cult looks up to you now.
You will run this cult to my exact specifications.
Don't worry about it. You can count on us. I guess I should go rally the cultists before they lose their fervor. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you, Sith. We'd still be hiding in that hole if it weren't for you.
I managed to obtain the artifact from Lord Palladius.
And you gained your own cult in the process, or so I hear. You are quickly becoming quite the cunning Sith.
Flesh of my flesh, listen to me. I cannot linger long. It takes too much out of me to appear here, but I must warn you. Your master, Darth Zash, is plotting something. Whatever it is can mean nothing good for you.
Zash would never hurt me.
You are naive. I have seen Zash making her preparations. She's taken 2 new apprentices, a boy named Karl and a girl named Corin. She's been sending them into the Dark Temple, presumably to confirm that I am gone.
Zash has other apprentices?
Yes. I assume they are meant to replace you. I considered killing these intruders, but I heard them speak of Zash and her desire that the chamber be secure for her work. Soon enough, Zash herself appeared. She comes every day now, studying the place and performing rituals. You are in danger.
What kind of rituals?
Minor ones. Preparations for something bigger. Zash knows your weaknesses. You must prepare yourself. An enterprising Sith Lord on Korriban has uncovered a piece of my old armor, my mask. It will protect you against Zash's onslaught. The Sith Lord's compound overlooks the tombs. Go, claim it. Guard yourself against Zash's attack.
I trust you will let me know if anything else develops.
I cannot guarantee when I will be able to speak with you again. As I said, it is difficult for me to visit you. But I will continue to watch over my chamber in the temple, conserving my energy for when I learn something more.
Here, I thought the Sith were above petty burglary. I wonder what your master would think if she knew you were breaking and entering. Or did she, by chance, send you on this little errand?
This is my own doing.
So I thought. Your master and I hardly see eye to eye, but this isn't her style. Too much risk of getting caught, too little reward. It has all the marks of an apprentice. When Darth Thanaton learns of this, you will be punished.
What if I told you that I believe Zash intends to betray me, and that I need your mask to defeat her?
Already planning to kill your master? Much as I'd like to see her dead, I don't think you'll be the one.
I've killed more powerful Sith than her.
I assume you're referring to Darth Scotia. Trickery. Of Zash's devising, no doubt. I don't think she'll be so forthcoming about her own weaknesses. But, just for my own amusement, let's see these skills of yours. Saran, Vasek, give Zash's apprentice a proper test. So, you're not all chalk after all. Darth Zash should be very proud, and very afraid. The mask is just an old trinket. But if you really think it'll help you defeat her, take it.
I am most grateful.
Good luck defeating your master.
Apprentice, I know you are very busy, but I must speak with you. I have just had the most amazing dream, and it concerns you.
Can't get me out of your head, can you?
In the dream, I could see the power of the Force coursing through you. Armies of Jedi rose in your path and fell before you. It's the artifact. It must be. The artifact will give you this power.
Guess I better finish getting the artifacts then.
Only certain individuals, it seems, are properly attuned to the ritual the artifacts describe. I believe the remaining artifacts are on Tatooine and Alderaan. You must hurry and find them. The artifacts are the key to fulfilling your destiny. I see you've made it to Tatooine. Not the most luxurious destination, but trust me, the artifact is close. You'll need to find the pirate Andronicus Revel. He should be quite familiar with this piece.
Who is this Andronicus Revel, and what's his interest in Sith artifacts?
He was once a pirate, and the artifact was once a prize. He stole the artifact out of some Sith ruins, but when his crew mutinied, they took it. I sent a cruiser to recover the artifact, but all they found was Andronicus in an escape pod, half mad. We let him stew for a while in Imperial prison, and then released him. He's been hunting his crew down ever since, and we've been watching.
It sounds like you have this whole situation under control.
Andronicus doesn't know he's been our bloodhound for the last year. He probably doesn't remember or care about the artifact. He's never lingered longer than it takes to kill, but Tatooine is different. It's been weeks. I believe Andronicus has found the leader of the mutiny, and with him the artifact. Find Andronicus and you'll find a clear course.
Why not wait for him to make his move and capture him again?
There's no guarantee he will take the artifact if he finds it, or that we will know he's made his move. Andronicus must have come through the spaceport at some point. Start with the shipmaster. Good luck, apprentice. And remember, every piece draws you closer to your full potential.
Have you heard of a pirate named Andronicus Revel?
Wantahumpa, Murirava Fupa Jipampawula. Patogawata Kiko Uba Kiriwata Buki Donko.
Consider that I am Sith, and answer again.
Piti Dotenya go Kakajujo, da Biska Ku Paliya. Tauz Azulus Uval Tung Michakulka Dimaji. Chobad E Kafstuan Dileji Hulo Kuta.
You'd better make this good.
O Grani Tampio da Pushi Wumpa, Pu Tula Musta. Umpa Hupa, Jikilia Umpasa do Biska. Yinga Kijita, Nimni Tanuv, Alelo Kwekuta.
I'm looking for a pirate named Andronicus Revel.
Ukleugo Chesko Pakuta, Kliska, Taka Yakoska. Tagwabota. Chiliska Chanaga Imache, Choranchike.
I won't start anything if you tell me what I want to know.
Chaporko Utmangisa ti miti sarona kapana. Che Kilia Umpasa Dobiska Wumpa Hupa. Kulirado Kanki Kung, Chaskrunki.
Do you know anyone who does know Andronicus?
O Wamawanka Mituske o Wana Tablota Wijawa.
Reg says you know Andronicus Revel.
Manchikabuk noni slimo. Te bisa kakuka pe mewata. Wasta micha kolkuka tu maji. Ta ushagwa upa.
Huh? You tell me how to get Reg to talk, and I won't kill you.
Tu patula musta. O grangi tampio dume tunka. Faguta giotto endia. Tuana uba kili wata pangkidanko padogalola.
This bottle has your name on it. If you tell me where to find a certain pirate.
Wajineko, higadanoila, oka kiza spida per popa. Kaptulia dapota 21 kislim mo payug tachanga.
No Andronicus, no deal.
Yapawakol ka doroni, kuna da wunda donko. Utula musta, wo grani tampio, tu pushiwompa.
This Andronicus fellow is sounding better and better.
Piska ku, palia pitiye, potenya go. Korowe niminaka, sunri popa unaguta. Wajineko, higadanoila, oka kiza spida per popa.
Andronicus Revel. I believe you have the artifact I'm looking for.
Webb, folks aren't supposed to know I'm here.
I'm sorry, Andronicus. It was that damn bartender.
Take care of it. Now, Sith, your artifact. I don't have it, and I'm glad. Thing drove my crew insane. They mutinied. I floated 10 days in a disabled escape pod and spent 30 more in Imperial lockup on account of that hunk of rock.
Convenient excuse for failure.
Kipun ate sa East Binsunjay Prophetos sa Quimada in Pasab Manasip.
I know what I saw, Sith, but I won't stop you from going after that rock if you want it. The guy who has your artifact is the guy I'm on Tatooine to kill. Silas Wilkes. My old first mate. He started the mutiny, then tossed me into space. Now he's an exchange big shot. He's got your Sith toy.
Why haven't you killed this Wilkes yet? You don't have a reputation for mercy.
I've been chasing Wilkes halfway across the galaxy. Stole my favorite blasters, not to mention my pride. Lucky thing I got a contact inside the exchange. Only I can't exactly just stroll into the exchange base.
The exchange doesn't scare me.
They don't scare me either. Only I can't shoot lightning from my fingertips. Contact's name is Casey Ricks, old friend who used to be part of my crew. But she, doesn't exactly know I'm here. She's sure to know where Wilkes is hiding. Tell her you know me, and she'll tell you everything.
You must have quite a way with the ladies to produce that kind of reaction.
Let's just say that Casey and me go way back. You get that information, you can do what you want with it. But I'd appreciate it if you came back here first. Me and Wilkes are long overdue for a talk.
Casey Ricks. Andronicus sent me. He said you know where to find Silas Wilkes.
Andronicus? You mean he's out of prison? He doing all right? And he's after Wilkes. Figures. Andronicus doesn't really forgive or forget. Hey, you're not planning to harm him, are you?
I promise not to hurt him.
Okay, then. I'll tell you where to find that son of a hut. In fact, I'll make sure he's there so you can kill him. Wilkes's base is hidden out of Aether's view. Andronikos will know what I mean.
Out of Aether's view. I think I can remember that.
Good. Let me call Wilkes. Make sure he stays put. It'd be a shame for you to storm HQ while he's out.
I appreciate your help.
Watch me work.
Casey, sweetheart, got something to report? Andronikos hasn't turned up, has he?
Oh, sigh. What do I have to do to make you stop worrying about Andronikos?
Well, I could think of a few things. Have you reconsidered my offer?
That's why I called. Are you free in, say, a couple of hours? We could talk about it. In person.
I always have time for you. I'll be right here, sweetheart, whenever you're ready.
Ugh, I hate that guy. Andronikos never went for that eyelash batting junk, but Wilkes is there, so hurry up and kill him.
This should prove most helpful.
It's nothing. A little goes a long way with Wilkes's brand of self-love. But I won't shed any tears when he's gone, to say the least.
Tell Reg I can't have any more slip-ups. Wilkes finds out I'm here, it'll be like Rusan all over again.
Yes, Andronikos. Whatever you say.
Go. About time, Sith. This room's feeling a lot like that escape pod. Make me happy. Tell me you found Wilkes.
Casey said Wilkes was out of Aether's view.
Out of Aether's view, huh? Spineless son of a hut is hiding underground.
Wilkes is a dead man.
There's a system of caves on the other side of the abandoned farm settlement. I wager that's what Casey meant.
How do we get there?
Looks like she put something else on this datapad. I think I can crack it. Looks like it's an access code. Something we'll need to get into this hidden HQ, probably.
Looks like it could come in handy.
I'm gonna blast Wilkes for every day I spent floating in that escape pod. And then I'm gonna stomp on his bones.
Wair paba, Fraujins in alama patay galakai, in alama amainai.
I need him to find the artifact.
Ake us erpai wasja us. Patay kuibanist. Ni fragais Fraujan. Kup painana.
You think you scare me?
Ipsik erpai kudana, jaus erpai rojandan, in bise wistai. Was jabe wise jabe, prophetis, wisans jagara haitang.
I'm gonna blast Wilkes to pieces, just as soon as we find him.
Well, well, Andronikos Revel. I'm surprised they let you out of Imperial prison. And you brought a Sith to help you. How cute. But see these guys? They'll crush you and your Sith.
I'm not cute. I'm deadly.
Let me guess. You're here for the artifact. The one the Empire was so keen on getting just before I crushed Andronikos. Would you believe he called me a nobody? A worthless, mangy, skinny little nobody. So I took his ship, his crew, his cargo, his blasters, and what else? Oh, his girl. Who's nobody now, Nicky?
I'm gonna rip out your throat and laugh while you try to scream.
All of this chatter is making me bloodthirsty.
You'll never beat me, and you'll never get your artifact. Boys, kill the Sith, but keep Andronikos alive. I'll want to play with him a little longer.
You there.
You idiots! You'll never get it now.
Not the artifact, not the blasters, nothing.
Give me the artifact now.
You're so stupid. The great Andronicus Rebel chases me across 5 planets only to fail. Even gets a Sith on his side, and they both fail.
Talk sense.
The artifact. It's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
They took it, just like I took it from you. Took it all. The blasters, the artifact, the money.
I have no idea what you're saying.
The men I sent to guard the cargo, the artifact made them mad, and they took it. They took all of it. You'll never get to them. They went out into the deep desert. They left weeks ago. The Sand People will eat you before you ever catch them.
I've heard enough. Now give me one good reason not to blast your teeth through the back of your skull.
Do it. Maybe he'll finally shut up.
I've been waiting to do this for a long time, Wilkes. Can't say it was nice knowing you either.
I have no regrets, Andronicus. Least of all this.
Idiot. Lost your artifact and my special-made blasters. Just wait until I get my blaster pointed at those thieves.
Less talking, more hunting.
Come on, the sooner we get out there, the better chance we have of showing them thieves what's what. Damned idiotic nerf-herding sons of Hutts. They got away.
We got what we came for. Now let's go.
What? It doesn't bother you? These idiots run off with your artifact and you don't even get to knock them around? I just can't figure you, Sith.
It's enough to know that they suffered.
For you, maybe. I was looking forward to shooting the eyeballs out of their skulls. But you're the boss, huh, Sith? Now are we gonna get off this rock or what?
The sooner the better.
You mind taking me along for the ride? I'm a damn good pilot, and I've got contacts a Sith'll never make on his own. It'll be your show, no questions asked.
I'm in charge, and don't you forget it.
I'll take that as a yes, then.
So you beat Wilkes and made it out of the desert alive, huh? Wilkes doesn't surprise me, but when I heard you were heading for the desert, well, I wasn't expecting to see either of you again.
You seriously underestimate me.
Wasn't meant as an insult. There's lots of stuff in that desert that can't be fought, and it's just as deadly. Anyway, I'm glad you came, because it gives me a chance to thank you for taking out that runt Wilkes. With some real leadership, maybe the exchange on Tatooine can move ahead for a change.
Good luck with that.
Thanks. I'm hopeful. And Andronicos, I'm sorry.
It's alright, huh? We wouldn't have worked out anyway. All that shouting and throwing stuff, somebody was bound to get hurt.
Yeah, right. Well, guess it's goodbye then. Good luck out there.
What was all that about?
Nothing. Just saying goodbye is all. Now let's get off this rock, huh?
Apprentice, you have recovered the artifact, I take it. Wonderful. Ah, Andronikos, what a pleasure to see you again.
Hello yourself. Looks like you finally found your rock.
Yes, thank you for leading us to it so obligingly. I'm sure you'll be a wonderful asset to my apprentice's crew. Now, Apprentice, you must hurry and recover the remaining artifact.
I'm giddy with anticipation.
I look forward to seeing you in your glory. Ah, my most marvelous apprentice. It's good to see you've made it safely to Alderaan. It really is a wonderful world, so rich in history. It's a shame you won't have time to visit the libraries.
I'll have to make time.
I won't dissuade you, but keep your priorities straight. The artifact is key. Alderaan is a planet in the throes of civil strife. A usurper sits on the throne and all of Alderaan's nobles make war. Your artifact was discovered by the Jedi Order years ago, and given to one of Alderaan's noble houses. I don't know which one.
I guess I'd better start asking then.
House Thule is allied with the Empire. Their young leader, Alana Thule, is eager to help you. Go to House Thule and speak with her. Hopefully, with her aid, you can reclaim the missing artifact.
My lady, this must be the Sith we've been expecting. I can feel his power.
Welcome, Sith. I'm sorry for the chaos. Alderaan is on the brink of civil war, but House Thule owes the Empire so much.
I am honored.
How gracious. If not for the Empire, House Thule, I would not be on Alderaan today. But our history can hardly be of interest to you. Darth Zash mentioned you're after a certain artifact. Am I correct?
You've heard correctly.
Excellent. Then I should be able to help you quite a bit. Allow me to introduce Morin. He's my personal Sith guard. He did some preliminary investigation after Darth Zash called.
It is an honor. I've heard many things about Lord Zash's apprentice. I began my research on a Hunch House Organa close to ties with the Jedi. We captured and chatted with a Chamberlain of House Organa.
He confirmed that Organa holds the artifact, and that it is kept in their private vault in the Elysium.
What's the Elysium?
The Elysium is an ancient and majestic ruin on Alderaan, now reduced to a battlefield. Unfortunately, the Elysium is sealed tight, and the key is held by Nomar Organa, a powerful, revered, and insufferable Jedi Master. You are the only Sith on Alderaan who even stands a chance of defeating Nomar. We must bring him here.
Nomar Organa has a reputation for strength and power, but above all, for his principles. He is, by all accounts, the perfect Jedi, but everyone has weaknesses. Isn't that right?
You hit it right on the head.
I suggest you start in the library of House Alder. They are devoted keepers of Alderaan's history. Personal connections, I think, would be most useful. Siblings he was particularly close to, childhood friends. But be careful. House Alde is a close ally of Organa. They're likely to attack anyone from Thule on sight.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sith.
I thank you all for gathering here. Friends, family, everyone. As you know, this is the day that Rahana and I were to announce our intentions to be married.
Nomar, what are you saying?
I'm sorry, Rahana, but I've had... there's been a change.
You coward!
I have a responsibility to the Jedi Order. I have decided to continue with my training in the Force, off-world.
It's your family, isn't it?
They talked you out of this.
Damn Organas think you're too good for us, for my daughter. You'd better be sorry. You will be sorry.
Keep me apprised of the situation, Ertl. We may need to take action. Ah, Sith. Sorry to keep you waiting. I hope your search in House Alde was fruitful. I've been anxiously dreaming up scandals we could catch the spotless Nomar Organa in.
Not really a scandal, but he was engaged once.
Engaged? Interesting. Jedi aren't usually the marrying kind. Let me see. Engagement announcement, Nomar and Rihanna. My goodness, this is juicy. It must have been somewhere between 20, 30 years ago. Long before I was born, but I remember hearing my nurses talking about it. The sister to the Lord of House Rist was engaged to a prominent noble against the wishes of both their families. The coward broke it off.
You think this Rihanna is Lord Rist's sister?
It's a perfect fit. Rist is a house of highly trained assassins, and Lady Rist is no exception. But she is perhaps most noted for her stubborn refusal to marry, and for the humiliations she pours on those who ask.
She sounds like loads of fun.
And more importantly, like she's still in love with Nomar Organa. And if she is still in love with Nomar, then you may be able to convince her to lure Nomar to Alderaan.
My words will be sweet as honey.
But be wary. To reach Rihanna Rist, you'll have to contend with the deadliest assassins on Alderaan. Good luck, Sith.
I hope your search is going well, my lord.
Congratulations, Sith. You've broken into my home, butchered my assassins, and forced your way into my personal chambers. Can I at least offer you a drink before you start making demands?
Let's skip the drink, and you can tell me about this hollow.
Well, well. Let me guess. You dug this hollow out of some dusty archive in House Alda. Let's just say that His Royal Jedi-ness Nomar Organa and I our ancient history, and leave that dead dog buried.
There must have been some good times.
I don't know what you expect me to say. Nomar Organa and I were in love. I'm sure he'd write it off as misguided youthfulness, but it's true. We were going to get married, in spite of our family's disapproval, and then he got cold feet. That's all.
Why have you never married?
Huh. You think I'm pining for Nomar Organa? Is that it?
Isn't that the reason?
Anyway, what does it matter if I still love him? He certainly doesn't care one whit about me.
He cares more than you think.
I don't know. It's been so long. 23 years. Fine. I'll call him, and I'll ask him to meet me here. But I'm going with you, for my own safety. I don't quite trust you.
I won't harm you or Nomar.
Let me bring him up.
Rihanna, what a surprise.
I know, it must be. Nomar, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Go ahead. Anything I can do. Anything at all.
Not like this. It's a favor I need, here on Alderaan. I was hoping we could meet.
Of course. I can be there in a few hours. The old place?
Yes, the old place. Thank you. Do you really think he'll come?
I'm sure he will.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Anyway, he's agreed to meet me in our old hiding spot in one of Alderaan's underground tunnels. Here are the coordinates. Unfortunately, the native sentient insect species, the Killiks, have moved into the tunnels lately. I'll have to meet you there.
Did you say native sentient insect species?
Yes. They haven't moved all the way into the old place, but they've penetrated pretty deep. I'll be using the shadows as cover, but you and that surly fellow will probably have to fight. I'll meet you down there shortly. Noma, I'm surprised you came.
Despite what you must think of me, Rahana, I try to be a man of my word. Now, you said you wanted a favor. What can I do for you?
You can do this, Rahana.
Nomar,
What's this Sith doing here? Rahana, you tricked me!
No, Nomar, I didn't trick you. I called you here because we need to talk.
Then answer my question. What is this Sith doing here?
I just want to see you and Rahana happy.
You want to see us happy? I should strike you down where you stand.
No, Nomar, don't. If it hadn't been for the Sith, I would never have had the courage to call you.
Listen, Rahana, you've been deceived. The dark side leeches off of the light like a foul disease. It's time someone cut this cancer out.
Nomar, will you stop being a Jedi and listen to me just once?
Hear what she has to say.
I love you, Nomar. I've never stopped. And I've spent the last 23 years waiting for you to get some sense into that thick skull of yours.
Rahana, I don't know what you're talking about.
You were engaged a while back. Remember?
Stay out of this, Sith.
No, Nomar. He's right. We got engaged against everyone's wishes, and you ended it. And what's worse, I still love you.
Rahana, I don't know what you expect me to say. I'm a Jedi.
Tell her you love her.
Neither of you realize what it would mean. There is no room for passion in the light side, in the life of a Jedi.
I have more light than you'll ever have, and I love.
It's true. The oppressive weight of the dark side doesn't accompany you. Yet you're Sith. I don't understand.
Please, Nomar. I understand that you thought you were doing what was right for us. But all we've done is waste 20 years.
Perhaps you are right. Perhaps I do still care for you. But what of that? 20 years! The time is long past for us. And I have a duty to perform.
Don't deny your feelings, Nomar.
Listen to him, Nomar. It's not too late. We can start again. We can make up the time we lost.
Do you really think so? I'm sorry, Rahana.
Shh. Just promise you won't leave me again.
I want to. I can't make that promise. Not yet. Let's see how the Jedi Order reacts.
Can I expect an invitation to the momentous event?
I think maybe we'll take this one step at a time. Right, Nomar?
I don't really understand it. Why you helped us like this. I feel like I should thank you, repay you in some way. It's not much, but this key belongs to my family's vault in the Elysium. I understand there's something a Sith would value there. I vowed to protect it from the Sith. But you're like no Sith I've ever met. And as I am no longer a Jedi, I am released from my vow.
I am most grateful.
Now, if you'll excuse us. We have 20 years of catching up to do.
Jedi and nobility are two kinds of folks I just don't understand.
Sith, so sorry to interrupt. I hope your meeting with Lady Wrist went well.
I was able to persuade her to my way of seeing things.
You'll have your artifact soon, then. I'm glad to hear it. Like I said, I'm very sorry to trouble you, but we have a problem on our hands, and you may be the only one who can solve it.
Tell me the situation and I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you. I have intelligence that Organa is preparing a reprisal for your raid on House Alder. According to our spy, Organa has assembled a contingent of Jedi to attack House Thule. I sent Ertl and his Sith to investigate, but they haven't returned.
Do you think Ertl's been killed?
We've lost contact, and I fear the worst. Please, all I ask is that you locate and take out Organa's Jedi contingent within House Organa before they have a chance to strike. And if you could find out what happened to Ertl and the other Sith, I would appreciate that as well. But the Jedi are first priority.
As you say.
Thank you, and I assure you House Thul is a generous ally. Thul also has a vault in the Elysium, and the key will be yours. Once our safety is assured, Organa will expect an attack and be heavily guarded. Please, hurry. I don't know how much time we have. Ah, Sith. We just received word from House Organa. They want a temporary truce. Apparently you were too much for them.
Your people are hurting.
It's a shame. He was a valuable asset to our house.
At least you still have one useful Sith.
Callous, but true, in its own way. House Thul is once more indebted to the Empire, and of course, to you personally. The Elysium is where the houses keep their dearest treasures. I'm sure you'll find something of value. Thank you again, Sith. House Thul is once more secure. I don't know what would have happened without you.
Surprised to find me here, Sith? Don't be. That was a clever trick you played back there. But there's no room for passion in a Jedi's heart. I simply indulged your game until I was better prepared to face you. You will not claim that vile artifact.
Better me than some other Sith.
Better no Sith at all. When you manipulate people's emotions toward your own ends, you only prove the Jedi philosophy. The Jedi are elevated by higher things than emotion, by peace and justice.
You want to kill me for peace?
Yes. If that artifact ends up in Sith hands, there will be no peace. If you will not relent, then my Padawans and I are forced to kill you.
I've come this far.
The darkness cannot hope to stand against the armies of the light.
Ah, apprentice. You have the artifact. Wonderful. And Lady Thul sends her thanks once more for your aid against Organa's Jedi.
I only did it for the prize.
And won an important victory. Lady Thul is a vital ally to the Empire. By all accounts, you have a very promising future ahead of you, apprentice. Now that you've found the last of the artifacts, I hope to see you on Dromund Kaas as soon as possible. We still have much work to do.
You're looking for Zash? Well, she's not here. Allow me to introduce myself. Darth Thanaton. Don't worry, I haven't done anything to your master. I'm far too interested in how this game she's playing will turn out. I've waited a long time to meet you. Your rise from the slave pens has been non-traditional, to say the least.
I'm never going to hear the end of that, am I?
No, you won't. Not until you convince your naysayers of your worth. I'm not concerned with your origins. The trials on Korriban are an honored tradition designed to sift out the unworthy. I trust they've served their purpose. I want to speak to you about your master.
You don't like her very much, do you?
Darth Zash is arrogant and reckless. The reckless have a way of defeating themselves in the end. When she finally self-destructs, be careful not to get caught in the blast. A young Sith should not associate himself too closely with a master like Zash.
A young Sith can't get very far without a powerful master.
You must seek your own way. Carve out your own victories. The cult you won on Nar Shaddaa was a good first step, but it's not enough. A Sith cannot live without a power base. Good luck.
My child, your power has grown since we last met. Your strength will rise and shake the Sith. I feel it. Now, I have another gift for you. One that was dearer to me than even my life. My own lightsaber. Until now, lost to me. But through your great power in the Force, I have found it. You must claim it.
So where do I find this lightsaber?
I entrusted it to my faithful retainer, Jonas Aeschylus, the only servant who didn't betray me when Tulak Horde moved against me. He swore he and his heirs would keep it safe until the time that my heir would return to claim it. His heir is on Nar Shaddaa, working in one of the casinos there. Her name is Mila Aeschylus. Go to her and claim your inheritance.
You're Mila Aeschylus, aren't you? I believe you have a lightsaber that belongs to me.
I knew this would happen. I warned him, but he wouldn't listen. Please, don't kill me. I'll get the lightsaber back, I promise.
You don't have the lightsaber?
It's not my fault. It's my father's. Dad was never very smart. But a couple of years ago, he topped himself. Put everything we had, lightsaber included, on the sabacc table against a sleazebag named Gil Rosen, a known cheater. Lost it all.
Just be happy you're dealing with me, and not my ancestor himself.
I warned him. But Mill, he says, you gotta stop believing in myths. Now he's dead, and I'm paying off his debts. All of them. I'd get the lightsaber back, but Rosen has it, and he's holed up in the industrial area. It's too dangerous, and I can't exactly afford help.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Look, you want to go? Fine. But I'd get killed. Rosen will have guards everywhere. Oh, and please don't kill me. Only an Aeschylus can open the lightsaber case. Some kind of genetic lock, so if you get it, bring it here.
You shouldn't have come here, Seth. I've got eyes and ears all over this city. I heard all about your little talk with the Aeschylus whelp. Lucky for you, I'm feeling generous, so I'm willing to make a deal.
You have my complete, undivided attention.
Here's what I propose. I give you the lightsaber, and you come work for me as my own personal Sith. That, or you pay me 3 million credits.
A Sith doesn't pay. A Sith takes.
All right, then. You made your choice. Boys, kill the Sith.
Sir, you do realize...
No complaints. I don't pay you to complain. Kill him. Kill him! What are you doing?
Sorry, boss. You can't pay me enough to fight no Sith.
Walk away, boys. No one has to get hurt.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Boys, let's get out of here while we still have our hides, huh?
Wait, this isn't what I pay you for. You fools, you'll never work on Nar Shaddaa again.
Just hand over the lightsaber.
Look, I'll make you another deal, okay? I'll give you the lightsaber, you let me live. It's not like you could open the case anyway.
The lightsaber, and you clear the Aeschylus girl's debts.
Fine, fine. I cancel the debts, and you can have your lightsaber. Just don't kill me. Now get out of here, please.
So did you give that scumbag Rosen a taste of his own blood?
Your debt is cleared.
Thanks. I appreciate that a lot. Now, let me see that case. Just a second here. Oh, there you go. I hope it's what you wanted. Anyway, now that I don't have to pay Rosenoff, I'll probably ditch this place. I owe you one.
Perhaps we'll meet again.
I hope I'm up to the task. Good luck out there.
Apprentice, you have all the artifacts. Excellent. Meet me on Drummond Curse immediately. I'm sorry I don't have more time to talk. There is much work to do to prepare the ritual.
Look at her. No time to talk. Too busy plotting your demise. Cruel witch. You have done well, flesh of my flesh, in seeking out your inheritance. But things are more dire than I suspected. I have discovered the nature of Darth Zash's strange rituals. There is no doubt that she intends to cause you harm.
Tell me about these rituals.
Zash praises your great strength, yet she fears it. The rituals she performs are to protect her against the Force. Ask yourself, why go to such lengths to defend herself against the Force, if she has no intention of fighting you?
So, what now?
Do not let Zash move first. Arm yourself with anger. Steel yourself with hate. Crush her before she has a chance to strike. And if at all possible, do not face her alone, but bring an ally who can break through her defenses.
As you say.
Good. I can be no further help to you. I am too weak to face Zash. It depends on you. Just remember, whatever you do, do not enter the Dark Temple alone. Zash is prepared.
Apprentice, you've arrived on Drummond Cars. Marvelous. Let's get right to work. Secrecy is vital, so I've secured us a nice, out-of-the-way spot for the ritual. Meet me in the innermost chamber of the Dark Temple, where you pacify the apparition, and we can begin.
I trust you've made all the necessary preparations.
Indeed. All I need are the artifacts themselves, and of course you. Then we can begin. But there is one thing. Given the sensitive nature of this ritual, I would ask that you not bring your pirate companion. Your Deshard is fine, desirable even, given the sensitive nature of your bond to him.
I understand completely.
Good. Now hurry and meet me in the Dark Temple. The sooner you arrive, the sooner we can begin.
Such marvelous power radiates from you now. Clear, strong. You have truly come into your own. You possess great power, certainly, but the teachings of Korriban seem to have had scant influence on you. How many times did you have the option to expand your power and yet stayed your hand? Do you really know what it means to be Sith?
I thought it unwise to make unnecessary enemies.
I hope that is the case, and not a lack of ambition that restrains you. I've arranged for you to receive the title of Lord of the Sith. I hope you realize what an honor and responsibility it is. As a Darth, I answer only to Darth Thanaton, who answers to the Dark Council. As a Lord, you're only one step below that, and you tower above many.
It's about time greatness got its due.
Do not get ahead of yourself, apprentice. There is still the ritual to undergo. And I'll warn you, the ritual may prove a trying experience. But once it's done, you will be truly great, truly powerful.
We can't waste any more time.
Yes, I am eager as well. But there is something I must tell you. The truth is, I have not been completely honest with you. I wish I could have been, but the timing was not right. Look at me, apprentice. I am sorry to have concealed it from you for so long, but it was such a pleasant vanity to share in your youth.
Why are you showing me this now?
Listen, apprentice. Various Force rituals have helped me maintain my appearance and some of my vitality, but inevitably, life fades. I'm dying, apprentice. My will
My intellect, my spirit are as lively as ever. But this body is dying.
Tell me what this has to do with me.
Everything. You will be my second chance. My new life. Be prepared. As the ritual ends, you will likely see me collapse before you feel it taking effect. Do not panic. Know that this is what I have trained you for, primed you for, from the start.
And what exactly is that?
I thought it was apparent. My body is dying, and yours is brand new. We will accomplish so much once I am in command of that wonderful vessel of yours. Just hold still.
Afagiban.
You can't stop this ritual from happening.
Apprentice! What have you done to me? Why couldn't you just hold still for a few moments longer? Why couldn't you call your monster off?
I need to learn that ritual.
That monster broke through my defenses, interrupted my concentration, diverted the entire ritual. 5 years of preparation, finding the right person, training them, researching the artifacts, gathering them, wasted! You were my legacy, my one chance to defeat death! You fool! You have ruined everything!
You shouldn't have opposed me.
You think you're clever? Well, this beast's body is quite powerful. Powerful enough to punish you for your rebellion!
The Deshard is bound to me, and now so are you.
That bond! That damn bond! How can your will be stronger than my own? I am the master, not you!
This is what we call a classic reversal of fortune.
Pataya gila senaim, panabidu pi pugdu gas fantan. Swaiwai silbans in iswish, paman ik alkas jam, guidis intis isvares.
I'm just as befuddled as you, whoever you are.
Was jabe wise jabe, prophetis, wisans jagdara haitain. Unswekon pose warpai nupai insats jains ones jan. Mat insok ja, himan kudana, ja ayun pro kumana.
It seems Zash went into your body, but you didn't leave.
Manzgasai.
Protest all you like, Kem Val, servant of Tulak Horde, but your ancient master's artifact has been turned against you. And through some strange and miraculous trick, neither you nor Zash have full control.
Where were you when everything went sideways a few minutes ago?
I have been watching from the shadows all along, powerless to help. But it's clear, my help was not necessary. Flesh of my flesh, you have defeated your master. The great danger that I feared is past. Your rise to glory complete. I don't know whether we will chance to meet again on this side of death, but I am at peace. I came to say goodbye, and good luck.
I guess not everything Zash dreams is a lie, then.
You are Lord Kalig now. It was once a glorious name. Use it well.
I'm telling you, Corin, Zash is not all there. All this talk about dreams, it's nonsense.
No, Carl. I saw Zash enter, and we both saw her first apprentice go in later.
If I went around expecting everything I dreamt to come true, I'd...
Look, Carl.
Darth Zash! You murdered her!
I'll finish you off just as easily.
Hold your weapon, Carl. This is not what Zash wanted. My lord, we have not met, but Carl and I are Zash's newest apprentices. She honored us by telling us about a prophecy, a dream she had, one that has now been fulfilled by you.
By all means, continue.
Darth Zash dreamt that her strongest apprentice would eventually rise to destroy her, but she also foresaw that the same apprentice would rise to bring new glory and strength to a fragmented Sith order. She went knowingly to her death at your hand, so that you could lead the Sith to glory.
Believe me, Zash only thought of herself.
How strange. Darth Zash only ever had words of praise for you. We have been anticipating this day since Zash first leaked the rumors of your incredible triumph over Darth Scotia. Zash answered to Darth Thanaton on the Dark Council. He'll want to speak to you, but we are your servants.
Ken, will you do the honors?
Afgudan heifst. Patai guibanist. Ni fragais fraujan. Kup peinana.